Hi everybody, welcome to the video surprise of the day. Today's video surprise is on my Kenmore Dishwasher cycle not starting. So this is something I learned. There wasn't really any good video on it as I found out, so I thought I'd make it. Please remember to hit the subscribe button, the bell icon will notify new videos, and I really appreciate that thumbs up. Thank you very much in advance. Okay, so I thought I'd make a video on how I solved it. First of all, this is how it's supposed to work. It's nice and clean, there's no water on the bottom of the dishwasher in my case. And again, like if there's water a little bit, it's okay, but there's a lot that's not okay. So of course you have plates on the bottom, you got cups on the top, and maybe have some pans on the bottom as well too. So that's how I use my dishwasher. I don't overfill it a lot, always keep it in good condition. And this one's about 6 years old, by the way. So first of all, I'm going to show you the problem. So this is what I'm seeing initially, and I kind of scratched my head. Of course, I sped up the video to make it go faster, so you don't just spend all the time waiting for this thing. And generally, it takes about 5 minutes before it definitely will fail. So running in normal mode, and also it does heat dry after everything's done. So all your dishes be sanitized, nice and clean. And dishwasher I have is a Kenmore Elite, which is probably very similar to the Whirlpool Gold. Kenmore, for those folks not familiar, are sold by Sears before until they went under. So I bought this a number of years ago, and when this thing fails, the light goes on over here, and it's supposed to drain. So initially, it tried to drain all the water out in the beginning. There's water, underneath all the dishes and stuff like that. When you turn it on, it seems to drain, then all of a sudden it stops. No apparent reason, doesn't give you air, and you walked away a minute, then everything's off. Then if you didn't notice, for a better name, it says, oh, I forgot to set the dishwasher maybe. Well, it didn't fool us too long until we discovered that we had a problem. Because, maybe one time we forgot to turn it on. So like on the bottom over here, it's supposed to be, semi-dry or like this dry. So this is the picture afterward because I already fixed it already. So the thing I learned from this lesson is basically how to troubleshoot it and find out. So I'm going to demonstrate. What I did is basically turn it on. It will fail. We don't know why. There's water, under the racks and stuff like that, right? And you could try a number of times, still get the same result. Maybe because of Kenmore Elite has a smart sensor or something that tells you that something's clogged. You got water there. I'm not going to run my cycle. Oh, I'm not going to start my cycle, in fact, right? Over here, it talks about the smartwash. It talks about a filter, which I checked already. Checked the garbage disposal. I checked the pipes. There's no problem with the sink. Everything works fine over there. But there was one part I didn't check. And that part is an important part. So that's the part next to the sink. And, a lot of people have this thing. And I didn't know, for one, that you have to maintain them. So this is the air gap. So what I discovered is basically you take this whole thing out. There's actually two different hoses, in fact. The blue one's from the dishwasher. That one was clogged over there. So there's a lot of debris, and I had to pull it out. And once it came out, we did the test, and everything worked. So it came out, this is how it looks like. It spews the water, and it goes through the second hose there, the outside hose, and it's supposed to come out, to the drain, and everything works fine. So I just want to demonstrate that's how it's supposed to work. The water comes out of the blue one over there. So I got that all fixed. That's one solution. The other thing is, like, sometimes it comes out that way because the tubing needs to be cleaned as well too. So I purchased this cleaning tool, I guess. It's about like $10 or so. It's not really that expensive. It's about $10. I'm just gonna throw a ballpark number, right? And this one I just got, and you could get it from eBay, Amazon, wherever. If you could find one, that's the biggest thing. And you take this thing back out if you were to do it from scratch. And mine is twisty. It's not one of those ones you just pull out or just clip open. So you could also clean the bottom, the bottom contraction, I guess, right? So you saw where the water came out initially with the green one. That's the dishwasher. and this line actually goes down to the garbage disposal. Okay, so what you expect is when you put the brush in down here, it's gonna come out and get these stuff out of the way, but it's supposed to come out on the garbage disposal side, which is on this sink over here, because it's not the other one. It's this one over here. It has this garbage disposal. So just feed the line through. You don't have to feed it too much, and when it stops, that's when you know that you hit the end. And I'm going to show you this thing over here. So you fix two things at one time, and actually there's a lot of different YouTube videos, but they don't talk about what I encounter. They talk about, like, there's things you could fix here and there, and some person even went to as far as, like, take out the P-trap on the bottom, right? So I'm not having that kind of problem. It's a different problem altogether. Water going slow, there's buildup, and I don't know if you can see that in the camera. I guess you can't. So there's a brush down there, and as you came out, the garbage disposal, and it's really dirty. Let's feed some water to it. Now you can see it, I guess, right? So you're gonna do that about 3 times, right? Pull the thing out, and this is how it looks like. The first time I ran it through, it's really pretty dirty. I think that thing's pretty much clogged, So I'm gonna do it again over here. So you're gonna do 2 things here, 2 things to accomplish, right? So you want to clean the water going to the garbage disposal, so it doesn't come out from the top over here. And also at the same time, the dishwasher, if it gets clogged, it doesn't go on. It's too much water. Maybe your dishwasher has a sensor, and that's why my dishwasher actually didn't turn on, because it was a clog in there. And if you run this like 3 times, it's pretty much it, and it should be clean enough. And of course, the second time around, there isn't that much dirty stuff. And some breweries actually use this thing for some other, cleaning the tubes, a little bit different. But I'm using it to clean my dishwasher line. So it's multi-use that is. And once you're done, just make sure you put the cap back on. In my case, it's a screw-on cap, which is kind of nice. And just put the top back on. So that's pretty much how to clean it. So hopefully that helped you out and save you some money, like $200 in my case, for appliance guy to come out just to figure out that little part. Here I'm going to show a little bit extra stuff from the appliance. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it has a diagnostic scan as well. My Kenmore, probably similar to Whirlpool Gold. And it's going to turn on all the lights that you saw earlier, and it's going to go through each one of those functions. And it takes about 24 to 25 minutes, I guess. And you might want to set your timer for 20 minutes. And it's just going to cycle through and show you what's wrong. And it's usually in the manual as well, too. You probably could check it out. And, you go to have an appliance guy come over, and probably going to do the similar stuff. Just a summary of what I did earlier on the items. I mentioned how I got the air with the flood in the dishwasher, and at the same time, the dishwasher water didn't come out. I got it to come out. Secondly, if you get a brush, you also could clean the line where the line goes to garbage disposal. That's important to feed that as well. If you get everything clogged, you also need to go down in the P-trap and also look at the garbage disposal. There's a line there, and you need to take that line out and also clean that. But I looked in mine already and didn't have the problem. My sink was going fine. So the clog's actually on the air gap, as I discovered. So I saved myself $200 to spending some time. I did buy a brush to clean the line going down from the air gap. So that actually could hinder the water going down as well if you don't clean that. And this is a diagnostic mode that I'm running on my dishwasher to make sure everything's fine. If there were a problem in that, it probably would let you know over there, or fail, that there's an issue in that particular item. Okay, folks, thumbs up. See you next time. Bye.